So basically what this does is it gets the paperwork, it gets the law out of the way, it gets the government out the way so that y'all can focus on one another and focus on the love. You know what I mean? And when I know some people will chuckle when I say the word love and I'm discussing marriage, but because of course not everyone marries for love, right? And that's cool. That's perfectly fine. But for those that do, who do want to marry for love, do you want to still love the person after you divorce them? Do you want to still be able to love the person after you divorce them? Now, for whatever reason you're divorcing them, I'm pretty sure it'd be hard to still love them, but you never stop loving someone. You know what I mean? But what I'm trying to get at is, just as much as getting married is a possibility, getting divorced is a possibility. Well, actually, if you're not married, divorce is impossible, right? However, as the minute you get married, divorce becomes a 50% chance. You know what I mean? Even unto your dying day, as long as you're married. As long as you're married, there's still a 50% chance you can get divorced. You can get divorced on your deathbed. It doesn't matter. Paperwork is paperwork, you know? And so you still want that assurance. You still want that insurance that if that other side of the coin should flip, that I'm protected and my spouse is protected and my children are, and most importantly, my children are protected. You know what I mean? And there's no confusion. There's no dragging out in court. There's no mudslinging. Everything is already written and said. You know what I mean? And it's just, you want it to be, even if that shoe should drop, if that hammer should fall, it's a smooth process. You know what I mean? Because you already did your due diligence and you invested. You just as much as you would invest in a wedding, invest in a prenup. You should take a chunk out of your wedding. Take a chunk out of your wedding budget, whatever your wedding budget is. Take a chunk out of it and put that towards your prenup, and you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised how far it'll go. You know what I mean? And you know, we're approaching the future. We're approaching the future. The Jetsons are real, and you know, people are drawing up their own paperwork. Even though I wouldn't recommend it, even though I'm pretty sure a lawyer wouldn't recommend it, people are drawing up their own paperwork. I'm pretty sure you can Google right now. You can Google a mock prenuptial agreement, or you can get AI as I'm recording this. You know, whatever the technology is going into the future, you can get AI to draw up a mock. You can give it all of your credentials and all of your spouse's credentials and draw up a mock prenuptial agreement for you for the state that you're getting married in. You know what I mean? And you and get a lawyer to review it and then get it notarized and submit it to the courts along with before you sign a marriage license. Because I say this all the time, marriage is a business. Marriage is a business. And you have to sign a contract to get married. So what makes you think it's not a business? You know what I mean? What makes you think it's not a business? So if you're signing a contract to get married, shouldn't there be a contract in place to get divorced? Shouldn't there be something in place? Or you just want to leave yourself exposed? You know what I mean? So now, we're 20 minutes in. Let's get to the second half of what I wanted to talk about. And the reason I wanted to address this as a heterosexual male, I wanted to address this towards the women simply because one, I'm a heterosexual male, but because stereotypically, the women are the ones typically opposed to the notion and the concept of a prenuptial agreement. Now, the more lay women, or the average woman, she'd be opposed to it because she's looking at it from an emotional perspective. Why are you planning our divorce? We're not even married yet and you're already thinking about divorce. Why would you want to go into our marriage with that kind of energy, right? I get it. But rewind this talk and look at all of the reasons why I said you should get a prenup, and then you'll understand why your spouse is planning for a divorce. It's for the good, it's for the better, it's for both of you guys, right? But you have the average woman, that's what she thinks. And then you have the other types of women who are like, oh, so I'm just going to spend the rest of my life with you. I'm going to spend 30, 40, 50 years with you and not get nothing. Now, if you're engaged and your fiance sounds like that, nah, bro. Nah, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Oh, but you're going to do it anyway, right? Oh, because you're throwing love. Ooh. Okay, anyway. But those are those other types of women, and we'll get to that. So does a woman signing or refusing to sign a prenup determine whether she's marrying for love or not? Let's get into it. So the core philosophy, risk management versus love. And I'm reading this, the other content I read before I started this show, But this one I'm going in raw. I'm going raw dog. All right, so a prenuptial agreement is not a litmus test for love. Rather, it is a legal and financial planning tool that acknowledges marriage is both an emotional bond and a legal contract. That's respectful. I respect that. I respect that. So signaling maturity. Choosing to sign often reflects emotional maturity and clarity, showing a willingness to have adult conversations about difficult topics. That's what I'm talking about. There we go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Separating romance from ambiguity. Proponents argue that love does not override state divorce laws or guarantee that people won't change. And that's a big thing because, now, according to nature, right? According to nature, men are more linear, whereas women are more parabolic. If you don't know what those words mean, get your dictionary. I'll wait. Okay, so yeah, so there's a lot of ebbs and flows with women typically. So the person that a woman may be when you marry her is far different from who that person she may become once you get ready to divorce her, or when she gets ready to divorce you because it rained on a Tuesday and the wind blew in a certain direction. Right? So therefore, defining expectations while the relationship is strong prevents chaos later. See? And I think we talked about that in the previous section. So number 2, perspectives on signing. Signing a prenup is frequently a sign of commitment to a healthy partnership rather than choosing money over love. So that's kind of hinting to what I talked about. You can focus on the love now. You can focus on actually being together because the paperwork is straight, and you've already determined. Like it comforts the man because typically in a divorce when there's children involved, visitation. You can map out visitation. You can map out custody. You know what I mean? So you already know that. Okay, if we get divorced, I may or may not, depending on what the prenup says, I'll have the children, or if it says otherwise, I may not have the children. And then how much child support you'll have to pay, and you'll already know the child support was determined by the state. But you're not gonna have to pay alimony. You know what I mean? So, and if she knows she's more likely to have custody of the kids, if you agreed to give her custody of the kids and you're just paying child support and not alimony, right? She knows she's going to have to get up, if she divorces you, she's going to have to get up and bust her ass a little more. You know what I mean? And what woman wants to do that when she's been under your wing comfortable for the past 5 to 10 to 20, 30, 40, 50 years, right? What woman wants to do that?
Ha. Do that freaky jam on the beat. Shitty with that butter shit, that bone beat. Did you double do that song thing. Flicky with some butter, so that phone thing. If you cheeky cheddar chuck, I'll get her own cheese. It's a chicken with that head, or this a bitch that won't be with the official with that whole sleeve. Bloody teeth, each other wish that with that long sleeve. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do. You a badass bitch. That don't get swallowed in that fat ass bitch. I got racks to the ATM jam. Tell me what you wanna do.